Welcome to Guysuco Roundup. I'm Angela Abraham Parks. While factories gear down to guarantee improvements in the new crop, our program's attention is shifted towards initiatives taken at Central Workshop. Do stay tuned for more Guysuco Roundup.
From the very land that gave sugar around the world the name Demerara comes the finest quality of cane sugar, Demerara Gold. Enjoy the real thing from the original source, the rich, fertile Demerara coastline where sugarcane has been harvested since the mid-17th century. The result is here for you to enjoy. Wherever this unique sugar flavor is needed, Demerara Gold is the ingredient that will always create a stir.
Welcome back. While employees of the grinding locations enjoy the entitlement of a week or 2 weeks holiday with pay, those at Central Workshop go beyond completing a great percentage of projects. Some of them attribute their success to the support and encouragement of managers to be team players. Others accredit their show of skill and confidence to the technical training received while at the Guysuco Training Center.
Generally, I think the morale of Central Workshop employees are very high. They're very innovative. We continue to lose skill, but we are depending on the training school to suffice that shortcoming, and we are encouraging young people to join the apprenticeship so they can become part of Central after their training at the training school. All in all, I think that with materials coming on time, finance improving in our company, we should be able to pull off a better year in 2020.
I have the opportunity in doing so many jobs of this estate. Like I fabricate top hats, which is at the back there you could see. I fabricate an impeller from scratch, which is this scrapped impeller, which we built from scratch. We had a lot of difficulties in doing it in terms of measurements or whatever, but we still proceed and we get it to be done in an accurate position where it is being performing very well. We're hearing that it's performing very well, excellent. This workshop that I've been working and everything that I have been got from this work, that I've been earned has come from this workshop, and I'm so dedicated to this workshop. I love this workshop, and as such I continue. As I do encourage my fellow workers them. I have an employee with me, Mr. Ramjak. We both two from the scratch we build that impeller with words, and we still have it to be done in a appropriate good condition, and it was performing very well as we're hearing all the time. Because people are really giving us grade that we did an excellent job, and we're feeling proud, and I'm looking forward that I'm encouraging a lot of other workers that to do the same that I'm doing.
My name is Chandrashakar, Mangal, and I'm an ex-apprentice working with Guysuco since 2014. And the time I have spent here, I have gained a lot of experience. Together with the job that we did, we had a lot of constraints with the job, but at the end of it, we make sure that we complete it to a precise and standard job.
So what was the job that you were doing?
Yeah, we had to do the cover. We had to bore the cover to suit the bearing.
Okay.
Yeah. We made the sleeve on a different machine, and we press it on the cover here, and we bore the cover to suit the bearing. We had a little problem with this bearing that the engineer said it was too stuck, so we end up when we had to have some stuff, like to tighten back. That's what this here run rigid, because this was given a little play, so they didn't want any play, so we had to make this run rigid so that we had no vibration, no like anything from the cut that we did.
And so how many of y'all work on this?
It was 2 months.
My name is Michael Jandoo. I'm working on a crankshaft, a Mitsubishi crankshaft.
Okay.
This machine regrind the crankshaft to suit new bearing because the old one got damaged. And the journal was damaged too, so they got regrind it to suit new bearing. Once you get new bearing, you regrind it. You take out at least 10 out according to the size of the bearing. Every time.
I can hear you're an apprentice here, right?
Yes.
So what's the experience like so far? How do
It
you
was
feel?
great so far.
And you're working alone, you don't have anybody over you, so how does it feel like to be on your own?
Yes. Got everything good so far.
I work with Guysuco. I work from here in 82 to 89. Then I leave and I come back in 2005 to present. Well, I must say that everything to me is okay with me with Guysuco, because I adapt myself, I get the experience, and I put in the theoretical aspect of the job into perspective. And so, as long as you do it as long as you put the theoretical aspect into the practical thing, you get what you need. I know Mr. Collins see me at the front. I went talking to a younger welder, trying to show himself what you have to do this to get what you need. You understand? Because if you're building something, especially welding work, is like a rebuilding something. And if you're rebuilding, is that you got to know how to plot your beam. Because you know how to plot your beam, you wouldn't get where you're looking. You understand? Because as the welding, you could show you. Because you got to plot your beam at half and half. You know, so when you weld, you get a ratio, half of the bead going for the next one, and when you get on the half, you mean one. So you don't get good penetration. Okay. So in welding work, it's mostly penetration.
How were you able to?
Well, you got to adapt yourself. You see, in welding work on the whole, which is a heat process. Right? And if you want to become a good welder, you got to adapt yourself.
My name is right? I'm the foreman for Central Workshop Machine Shop. I'm an ex-apprentice. My role is for disperse people on the job, give them order in the morning, and to check on the accuracy on the job. That's finished. I graduated in 2000. 2000. I become a journeyman for 10 years. Then I upgrade myself to grade 1. In 2011, I become a foreman. After I finished school, I want to get into a trade. Then I decided that I want to take fitting and machining as my first priority trade. Because there are a lot of technical jobs, and as you go on and work on the jobs, you gain knowledge and you see that in what machinery you can handle and the types of jobs that you can do. This machine here that I'm operating right now is a surface grinding, and used to produce a flat and full surface. And as you can see right now, we are doing a job that called a cylinder head. We are used to chew back the surface due to the heat. When it works, it tends to warp. So we are producing back the surface to a flat and full surface.
So you have experience in handling all the machines?
Yeah.
What attracted you to come here and do all of these things?
Well, every day I come to work, we learn new things, and it's like a challenge to always accepting the challenge and do the job. And it's time widen your knowledge and you gain an experience while doing the job.
My name is Rajesh Jagroop, and I was employed by Guysuco in 1998. And this is the 22nd year I'm working with the estate. Over the years, Guysuco changes in a different way. There are many challenges that Guysuco experienced over the years. But we as workers, we have to come together to overcome all these challenges. Because at the end of the day, we as the workers, we have to put Guysuco in front in a way that they can be able to maintain its workforce, its output, and everything that our organization have to offer. We work as a team to get our spirits, we get the work done, our quality, our efficiency, the deadline, we do our best to get it done. So when we go outside there, people must have that satisfaction. This workshop is a top workshop, the #1 workshop within Guysuco. That is our main challenges. Also, the workers in this estate, they are aware of the safety precaution. They have to put on the safety garments at all times. Because the estate are having a number of training sessions for these things, and the workers are aware of these things. Even the latest thing, the estate provide a mask for every worker. Some workers have 2 and some have at least 1. They have
Manager, Central Workshop, Wayde Collins, registers pride in his team and takes notice of their obedience and loyalty.
Previously, the turbine alternator, the rotor was taken. In fact, the complete unit was sent overseas, I think, in 2014. And the drainage pump, this is the second impeller that was done. One was done years ago for Albion #1 pump, and this one is now for NIG. This impeller, it's a costly item to ship or to make, and some of the companies that made these things are out of business now. They don't make those impellers anymore. Right? There are different designs of pump. They have these nowadays, right? You have some more electrical pumps and all these things. So it's much more sophisticated items now, but we still have old pumps which we maintain in. To get that impeller made overseas would have been, you'll have to get onto a supplier who will have a paint and drawing for it, and probably they don't have it anymore. They might be interested. So we took on the challenge, produce it, and that job is running also successful, right? Which I will like you also to visit and see the operation of that pump. Our superior, with the help of the factory staff and factory operation at LBI, they came down, and we look at the possibility of doing the job here. Because remember, we're trying to suffice our finance spending. The job should have gone overseas, but we took on the challenge. And with good support from our colleagues across the industry and office and Albion factory, we were able to do the job very successfully.
During last year, 2019, the drainage pump NIG, they developed a situation whereby the impeller got broken. That impeller really is cast iron, made out of cast iron, and it broke in such a way that we could not have put it together in terms of welding and so forth. We looked around for another impeller, but we could not have found one. So a decision was made to fabricate an impeller. Because of such, I prepared a drawing for the impeller and the shaft and passed it on to the Central Workshop, who actually did the fabrication. I was in constant monitoring, supervising the job. We worked together with Central Workshop, and eventually we had the job completed about 2 weeks ago, and we brought it across to this location here, which is NIG, and install it. But while the job was going on there, we had some remedial work to do on the body itself, which is the impeller housing, which would entail welding. That was done, and we installed the impeller. We did some checks, make sure that the clearances and everything was okay. Then we installed the cover. We had some difficulties to get the vacuum raised. And because of such, we had to seal up the joint area. We seal it using concrete, that is cement and sand. However, we managed to get the vacuum raised and the pump was put into operation. It's worked for a while, we're constantly monitoring it. And now then we'll find out that we will have some minor difficulties that we're working on to maintain this pump in operation. The pump is a very old pump. According to the implemented motor, the motor was made in 1971. But it's an old pump, so we work on it. How we need to do is continue providing maintenance to the pump, and we'll continue working.
My name is Chandrashakar. I'm an electrical engineer. We discovered that number one creation in the powerhouse was having the alternator was having a vibration, and we did some maintenance on it, and we discovered that we have some defective bearing. So we changed it out and put it back into operation, and it's working very good. So this is one of the centers give 3.8 to 3.6 megawatt. Without rainfall, this megawatt set does work. Let's do most of the work, no diesel at the work. But on rainy season, you find that you got to put a diesel to back it up because of the demand. Since we did the work, we find no problem with mechanical work on the alternator covers, both side, right side and non-right end, and they also cleaning up the alternator. Yes, we can increase the efficiency of the machine here by just running through without any vibration, and we're running at a safe load. During the operation, while it was working, when it developed the fault with the vibration, we got to drop off some load. Just let it last till we can stop it. And we stop it and do the maintenance.
The corporation's expertise remains critical to maintaining our country's drainage and irrigation systems. And as an extension of gratitude to the contributions of fathers, we'll have you meet the Albion team, who are pump attendants.
My name is Faraz Nazarbih, and I'm a pump operator at Nick Drainage Pump. And for a while, this pump has been down in operation, repair. For about 2 weeks ago, them repair, and it's in operation at the time, and everything was good so far.
And with that, we've come to the end of this week's special program of Guysuco Roundup. Thank you for staying tuned, and do stay safe. Until next time, I'm Angela Abraham Parks. Goodbye.